Hey everyone and welcome back on the channel. My name is Alex. In today's video we have day 8 of our Olympic series here on the channel. There's a playlist with all the previous episodes if you want to go check them out. Thank you so much to everyone watching and tuning in on a daily basis to catch up with the Olympic news. And without no further ado, let's move on to today's fun facts. Today's fun fact is related to Sydney's McLaughlin-Levrone world record that she set last night on the 400-meter hurdles. She ran a 52nd and 37 hundredths of a second. With that time, Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone would have been 9th in the 400-meter semis. That's the flat 400-meter. Try to process that. With a time of 50:37 with hurdles on the 400-meter track, Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone would have been 9th and almost qualified to the final of the flat 400 meters. That's just mind-boggling. Let's move on to today's schedule. Lots of finals tonight, and before looking at tonight's schedule, this morning session, 11:30 a.m. Central European time, is the men's 800-meter semi-finals. Let's keep an eye on this one. Tonight, the session will start at 7:30 p.m. with the women's 4x100 relay. Quite an exciting one. We'll have the women's shot put final as well around 7:37 p.m. Then the men's 4x100 relay final, 7:47 p.m. Really stacked schedule tonight. Then we have the men's triple jump, 8:13 p.m. That's also a final. Then we have the women's 10,000 meters at 8:57 p.m. What a race we expect. Nadia Batocletti, who was for a few hours on the podium in the 5,000 meters, will compete again in that race. Gudaf Tsegay, Beatrice Shebet also will be in that race. There's also Sifan Hassan, obviously, who will be competing for the second time in these Olympics before the marathon on Sunday. So let's see how Sifan does. And last but not least, there's also Eilish McColgan, back from injury and competing in that race. Quite an exciting one for sure, and one to watch. Finally, tonight, 9:45 p.m. Central European time, the men's 400-meter hurdles with the big three, Ray Benjamin, Ailton dos Santos, and last but certainly not least, Karsten Warholm. The King Warholm is back on the 400-meter hurdles. Are we going to see the same as on the women's side, a new world record? I doubt it on the men's side, but who knows? Everything's possible. Karsten will be wearing that crazy spike from Puma, the Berserker spike. We'll see what happens tonight in that race. That will be the end of tonight's session. Let's also look at what happened yesterday in the Stade de France, and that's yesterday's recap. Let's quickly look at the javelin throw final, and in that event it was Arshad Nadeem from Pakistan who won with 2 successive Olympic records in the same event. His winning length, his winning throw was 92 meters and 97 centimeters. That's a new Olympic record. Huge congrats to Arshad Nadeem. It's an amazing new length and getting closer and closer to that record of Železný from Czech Republic back in the days. So let's see if someone can approach that record one day. Maybe Arshad Nadeem can do it. Then we had the men's 200-meter final, and what a final, what a final. Noah Lyles was obviously the huge favorite, and there were some other names there that could have competed with Noah. The race started super fast. Kenny Bednarek had probably the best first 100 meters, and then Letsile Tebogo just took control of the race with a really impressive form gate cycle. He won the race with a new African record of 1946. It's the 5th best time ever on the 200 meters, if I remember well. And then Kenny Bednarek second in 1962, Noah Lyles taking only bronze in 1970. Apparently Noah Lyles had COVID and he knew about it 2 days before the race. He decided to compete with the approval of his medical staff. It was a bit surprising. He entered the stadium full of energy, and then after the race he ended up on a wheelchair being evacuated by the medical staff in the stadium. And then 2 more events, the women's 400 meters with Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone smashing it. Literally, there's no other word. She just smashed it, 50:37. Femke Bol didn't manage to close it in a nice way like she did in the relay. So Anna Cockrell took silver and Femke Bol in bronze. And last event of the evening last night was the 110 meters hurdles on the men's side. Grant Holloway reigning as a king and getting his first Olympic title on that distance. He now has pretty much all the different crowns you can have on the 100-meter hurdles. So congrats to Grant Holloway for that one. And with that, let's move on to the brand rankings. There's not much change in the order, but there's a bit of change obviously in the number of medals. Nike is still first with 25 medals, 7 gold, 11 silver, 7 bronze. Adidas second with 10 medals, 5 gold, 1 silver, 4 bronze, and then New Balance third, completing that podium with 3 gold medals and 1 bronze. And then we have Puma On, X-Step, Brooks and Asics closing the brand rankings. Already 51 medals awarded over 17 events in individual triathlon, walking and track and fields. We have more coming tonight and tomorrow and on Sunday. So stay tuned obviously for the final rankings in the final video, publishing on Monday, August the 12th. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in on the channel for a daily series. There's the playlist right here if you want to check all the previous episodes. Thank you so much for watching and see you tomorrow.